Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This is General Notice, where I check in once a week and talk about what's going on in the real world of motorsport and give you a bit of a channel update as well. So without further ado, let's get right in. And starting off, I know I haven't kept to what I was meant to. I do apologise for that. I have had a busier week than I expected, and also accidentally started a new Football Manager save. Forgot how time consuming that could be. So over the next few days, I'm going to try and get out of the way the things that I was meant to, but I have pushed a few of them back just a little bit as well. So, for example, you can expect the IMSA VIR review in the next few days, as well as Super GT at Suzuka, which I did watch a week ago. Reviews for Rally Ceredigion, the Italian Grand Prix, the Lone Star Grand Prix, so the WEC race at Cota, and then a preview for the latest round of the WRC in Chile. All before the next General Notice, which is scheduled for next Wednesday. Over on CSRA, you can expect, hopefully, the video on Cardcraft in the next few days, and there'll be sure to do with that. I also have something like 20 or 30 shorts where I've clipped the Grid Extra Career Mode video, which I really enjoyed making. And they might be released over time. With the end of the iRacing season as well, you can expect that the stuff about the tracks that were being removed for Season 3 that got pushed back to Season 4 will be also resuming shortly. The final round of the ProBite EBRC will happen next Wednesday, most likely. And yeah, it's Chile, which is quite nice. Quite nice that Ceredigion, well, the Ceredigion replacement, which is Japan, happens the week of Ceredigion, and then the final round in Chile happens the same week as the WRC in Chile. It is actually quite an accurate reflection of the actual BRC calendar, which I do like. I'm just hoping that I don't have the same bad luck I've had on every gravel rally, where the game crashes. I reckon it might be because I'm running 2 streams, so what I'll do for the final one is I will probably only stream on YouTube, over on the CSRA channel. So if you've been wondering where my sim racing streams have gone, they're over there. If you're wondering where my sim racing videos are, they are over there as well, because I've seen some people coming along for the Race 07 videos more recently. They are, if you look for more of those things, over on the CSRA channel. Alright, without further ado, let's talk about the real world of motorsport, because there is one really big thing that I really want to talk about. Lancia. That's right, Lancia. They are supposedly going to return to the WRC, potentially with a WRC2 car as early as 2026. So, this is something that has been building up recently. It has been a rumour. Stellantis is investing more in motorsport again. And the Rally 4 Lancia came out this year. In addition to that, they do have a few other Rally 4s. They do have the Corsa. They do have multiple generations of the 208. But there have been rumours of a new Rally 2 platform for a while. The C3 has been in competitive action since, 2018? Came in around the time that the World Rally car was developed, sometimes in tangent with the WRC Plus car. But this is supposedly the next generation of Stellantis Rally 2 machinery. I know for a while it was a Corsa, but it will be nice to see the Lancia supposedly an Ypsilon Rally 2 on the stages. just seeing the name HF Integrale. Dirtfish have got some shots of it, and I do hope that we see something like this. It would be nice, though, if Citroen don't abandon the C3 platform. Can have some competition within some of these organisations. In heck, VW and Skoda, for example, for a while over the R5 and transition to Rally2 period. And you had the Fabia R5 Evo versus the Polo. That was really nice to see. That was really cool to see. Because in a formula like this, you can have something like a GT3 racing. Think about how many VW Group brands have been involved in GT racing. I mean, I know Audi have basically parked at their campaign now, but we are going to see a new Lamborghini competing against a Porsche, which I think is also getting an upgrade for 2026, is it not? So we've had Audi, we've had Lamborghini, and both of them have been built on the same platform. And we've had Porsche, which is just a completely different thing altogether. I don't want it to be just, a Stellantis form, like Rally 4 is currently looking like, because Eversport have rather taken more growth in the Rally 3 category. But another Rally 2 car? That will be cool. And with the most famous name for WRC history for a lot of people still today, that'll be amazing. I know Toyota are now the winningest team up there with Citroen, and both of them are well clear of Lancia. Lancia hasn't competed in WRC for 30 years. But if this Rally 2 car for 2026 is a sign of things to come for 2027, that'll be fun. Also, I mean, I can pick off one of my predictions on my preseason predictions for WRC. And maybe, just maybe, it'll encourage that Renault Dacia program with ProDrive to not just be W2RC, but supposedly, much to James May's jubilations, could have a Dacia Sandero WRC. Let me know your thoughts, yeah? And I do want to talk about this quickly as well, because IndyCar's driver market has been interesting. Will Power left Penske. And he's got across to Andretti to replace Colton Herta, who is becoming a test driver for Cadillac in F1, with a rumour that he's going to F2. I've seen some sources saying Prema for F2. Those sources have potentially gone, okay, Prema could also field an 500 entry. But let's talk about that quick. We'll talk about it in several different phases. Firstly, Will Power leaving Penske. That is a big deal. He's been there forever, and he's won his championships as well. So, what gives? Apparently, he wanted a 3-year deal. This is what I heard when I was listening to David Land's coverage of this stuff. He wanted a 3-year deal. Roger Penske wasn't happy to give him that. They went, okay, I'm done. And then he went across and has decided to join the Andretti team. Be interesting if he ends, I don't know. Does the Andretti curse also extend to the team? But either way, Colton Herta, who, when the F1 program was known as the Andretti program before it became properly the Cadillac program, was known to be linked with the potential program as a driver. He doesn't have the super license points though. So by being a test driver for Cadillac, he could earn those points. He could also do that whilst topping it up with a rather middling F2 season. Some points from IndyCar also carry over, but IndyCar, I think, still gives less points than F2, which is odd. But also, remember, the FIA at their own discretion can just reward somebody in F1 Super. In theory. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. Could Herta become an American driving for an American team? The first time, I think, in my lifetime, probably. He could. He all well could. I don't think it discredits IndyCar at all. See somebody who's climbed up the ladder go across and have a go at F1. I don't think it does. I don't think it did when Bourdais went across. I don't think it did when Montoya did, or Villeneuve. And obviously we've seen success with people go the other direction. Champions like Mansell to people like Takuma Sato. To people who have bounced between the two, like Juan Pablo Montoya. But I don't think there will be an Indy 500 bid next year, and part of it is, I was saying this to myself when I was watching David Land's video before he talked about it. F1's decided to do the Canadian Grand Prix the same weekend as the Indy 500 next year, which is bold. I would probably want to do a picture-in-picture where I've got both of them alongside each other. What I did for last weekend, it was so wild having the F1, the BTCC, and the WRC all on a single monitor above my aforementioned Football Manager playthrough. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how this plans out. Best of luck to Will Power with new organisation for the first time in 17 years, isn't it? Best of luck to Colton Herta trying to make it into F1. I think they can both make a success of it. But let me know your thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts as well, please. Just in the comment section down below. If you have any thoughts about what's been discussed, or about anything else that's on your mind to do with going on with the channel. Any of the other videos I'm doing, or anything that you want me to look at covering in the future. Starting to plan a lot more for stuff over the off-season, as well as series that I'm going to cover next year. I don't know if I'm going to do the same extent, or some things like the best drivers list. That has been so intense this year. But thanks for watching, and till next time, it's bye for now.